Welcome incoming nursing students. This is going to be a short video where I'm going to be talking some about the library resources that you have access to. So starting things off, my name is Gabe Gossett and I am the librarian for the nursing program. So I typically work with the nursing students and the faculty in order to make sure that you have your information needs met through this program. And one of the things that I want to just talk about briefly here is what you might expect from your librarian. And the reason why I bring this up is because some of you may have been out of school for a while and not worked with an academic librarian for that reason, or because of the academic level that you were working at before, maybe you were not working with a librarian at the level that you might at this point. So when you're in a program like this, you can oftentimes be working on more intensive research projects, and so therefore consulting with a librarian oftentimes for a more extended time can actually make a lot of sense. So some of the things that I can do for you and the other librarians at Western as well, I'm not the only librarian that can work with you. I just happen to be the one that happens to work with nursing students, is we can consult with you on developing a search strategy when you're doing research for, say, a paper or a project. And we can also provide assistance on learning how to use research databases. We have a lot of different research databases out there, and so one of our main jobs is to keep up to date on what's going on with those and to be able to provide advice on how to most effectively make use of those. And one other thing that we do is we provide support for citation formatting. So with APA style formatting, we can provide some assistance and some training on how to do that well. And there are other things that we do too. So one of the things that I want to emphasize is you should feel free to ask because librarians like questions. That's kind of why we're in the field that we're in the first place. So that includes me, and I always welcome your questions. So, talking a little bit about some of the resources that you have through Western libraries, there are some of the typical ones that you might expect, and so CINAHL is definitely one of them that we have available to you through our subscriptions. And we also have any number of other databases that you might be using, but that one tends to be the big one for the nursing program. And we give you full text access to those articles through the subscriptions that we have. And for the articles that we don't have access to, you can get access to them indirectly through interlibrary loan. And so that's a service that we provide to you that doesn't cost you anything extra. You've in fact already paid for it with your student fees. And so rather than purchasing access to any articles that you might need for your research, make sure you just place interlibrary loan requests for them, and we'll get them for you. But it also gives you access. We give you access to numerous print books, so you literally have access to tens of millions of items through the partnerships that we have with other academic libraries in the state. So it's not just our local print collection. You also have access to the print collections at the University of Washington and many other places. And we also have numerous ebooks as well. So for those of you that are going to be doing your studying or research late at night and need access to ebooks, and you don't have the option to go to the library in person, that's going to be an option for you oftentimes, especially with more current content. But let's actually take a look at some of these resources. So right now I'm on the Western Library's homepage, and it's fairly easy to find through a Google search or from the the Western homepage. And the place I'm going to take you right now is to the article databases. We could do a search here. We have this big inviting search box here, but I'm going to encourage you in many cases not to use the Western Library's one search, because as nursing students you kind of have a disciplinary area that you want to be doing your research in. And so what we've done is we've organized the content that you would want through our research databases. You're going to be able to find them by name. So if you already know that you want to go to CINAHL, you can go ahead and do it that way, or you can go to databases by subject. So in the drop down menu here, and just go to nursing, and what that's going to do is it's going to take you to a guide where you're going to be able to get access to the list of core databases here. So CINAHL is on top, we have Medline, so on and so forth, and some other ones too. and also my contact information over here. You can't see it very well in this view, but it has a chat widget there, so when I'm signed into chat, you're going to be able to chat with me that way. It also has my phone number. And so that's how we could actually get into those particular resources. And linked on this page here is you're going to be able to find the Nursing Research Guide. So if I follow that link, it's just going to be a more in-depth page that gives you some advice and some strategies on how to go about doing research on nursing topics. And we'll have the opportunity to go much more in depth with many of these resources later on in the quarter, in the academic year. And so you'll get the chance to have more in-depth training on how to use databases like CINAHL more effectively at that point. So some other things that you might want to know about, and in this instance I'm talking a little bit more broadly than just about the library as well. I'm talking about the Learning Commons, which is also within the library, and so a lot of the photos that you're seeing here are taken within that context. And so right here we have the information desk. Right now it looks empty because that picture was taken during the summer, and so that's why it looks that way. But that's going to be the place where when you don't know where to ask your question or where to get the assistance that you're seeking, then you can go to the info desk and they're going to be able to connect you with a resource that's going to help you out. So whether it's research or it's writing related or it's technology related, they're going to be able to get you connected to it. So some of the resources that are within that Learning Commons, the space that you see over here right now is a little bit nondescript because again it's summer and we're in a transitory period. But this is going to be where you're going to be able to find a research librarian at most times during the day. So when you need some help, you can just drop in and ask for advice on something or anything along those lines. Moving on, nearby is the Writing Center. So through that door right there, that's where you would get into the Writing Center, which is a place where you can, of course, get help with developing your writing and refining your writing skills. And then if we went across the sky bridge to the other side of the library, on the Haggard Hall side of the library, we have the Student Technology Center, where of course you can get software assistance and sign up for workshops on different types of technologies. And across the way from the Student Technology Center is our circulation services, and this is the place where you can do things like checking out the print books, picking up any holds that you may have placed for books, or any books that you got through interlibrary loan. You'd be finding them as circulation services. So with that, I would like to wish you all the best in your coming academic year. And on this page here, you see the URL there to the Nursing Research Guide that I showed a moment ago. But also up there, that's my phone number. You can call or text that phone number. Either one works fine by me. And my email address is there as well. And again, I just invite your questions because working with students is why I'm here in the first place. Good luck. Bye.